Ari-War youths dear to United Nations, arrest us and Igbos will be massacred even in Biafra land. As United Nations has directed Nigerian government under General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, to arrest and prosecute the notorious Ari-War youths who issued a dangerous genocidal declaration of quit notice to Biafrans residing in northern Nigeria, the lawless Ari-War youths have defiantly dared United Nations to arrest any of them and see Igbo people's blood flow like river in every part of Nigeria including Biafra land. The deviant Ari-War youths declared that nobody can arrest them in the world because should any government or organization carries out arrest on them, they will transfer the aggression on Biafrans through all means of extermination. Let nobody take these new threats for granted. According to a statement released by their spokesman, it was the leaders of northern Nigeria that withdrew their threat of forceful eviction of Biafrans out of northern Nigeria should they stay there beyond October 1, 2017 and not the Ari-War Youths Coalition by themselves. Now that it has become obvious to international community and the world at large that the continuous coexistence of the people of Igbo Biafra group in the defunct Nigeria with these Ari-War lawless youths is very dangerous to Igbo Biafra. Is it not time for the United Nations to compel Nigerian government to let Biafra sovereignty become reality through a referendum? United Nations should shelve their demand for the arrest of the notorious Ari-War youths and channel the effort towards compelling Nigerian government to respect the UN charters on the right of indigenous people to self-determination to avoid another gale of Biafrans massacre in Nigeria. After all, there is no difference between Nigeria jihadist law enforcement agents expected to arrest the notorious Ari-War youths and the said Ari-War youths themselves. Both Nigeria law enforcement agents, be it police, SSS or the military, all of them are just as terrorists in nature as the notorious Ari-War youths. Arrest of those notorious Ari-War youths by Nigeria jihadist law enforcement agents is just like somebody keeping his brother in a house arrest. United Nations should understand that no amount of its political and economic interest in Nigeria could be equated with the lives of Biafran people that should be massacred in northern Nigeria if the organization fails to compel Nigerian government to conduct Biafra referendum as soon as possible. Let me use this opportunity to let United Nations know that what Biafran people desire now is not the arrest of Ari-War youths because any attempt to arrest them will result to serious carnage against Igbo Biafra residing in northern Nigeria, and after the massacre, nothing will still happen to the Ari-War youths because they arrogate themselves as being above in the world. What Biafrans all over the world want is Biafra referendum to decide if they want to continue as Nigerians or not. It is necessary to make United Nations to know that any attempt to arrest the notorious Ari-War youths will be like a misplaced priority because it will result to unavoidable senseless killings of Biafran people as contained in their songs of genocide targeted on Biafran people. As Ari-War youths have mocked the United Nations by daring the organization to do their worst, United Nations can only use Biafra referendum as an escape route for Biafran people so that Igbo people and entire Biafrans in eastern part of the defunct Nigeria will become sovereign good neighboring nation with the rest of remaining Nigeria Federation. If United Nations fail to compel Nigeria government to organize referendum for Biafra so that Igbo Biafra will escape the senseless massacre about to be unleashed on them by the lawless Ari-War youths, the world may be left with no other belief but that United Nations is a crisis merchant in the world. Today's still early enough for UN to do the right thing, by calling on Nigeria government to respect UN Charter and other international conventions which it voluntarily signed by conducting Biafra referendum for Biafrans to choose if they still want to be part of Nigeria or not. As for the mockery of Ari-War youths against United Nations, the UN can keep the adequate punishment for the Ari-War youths until Biafrans successfully exits Nigeria through a Biafra referendum, as anything more than this will be a catastrophe against the Igbo people which United Nations will be coming to their aids. One thing obvious is that Ari-War youths are a branch of the blood-sucking terrorists scattered all over northern Nigeria which is bloodthirsty and can visit Biafrans with an unprecedented pogrom should United Nations tries to influence their arrest as a way of seeking justice for the Biafrans. And UN must not forget that their brother, Buhari, is currently in charge of affair of governance in that part of the world. Even the man in question is more dangerous to the Biafrans than the said youths. The only justice which Biafrans are seeking for with one voice and one unity is Biafra restoration. It is not arrest of anybody within or outside Nigeria. A wise person knows when to avoid the rain.